The turkey, a pet so strong that Americans decided to eat it yearly. The turkey can be found in the turtle pack. It sits right here in Tier 5 and is available from turn 9 or from shop rewards on turn 7. The turkey has a friend summoned ability, which reads friend summoned, give it +3 attack and +1 health. This doubles and triples on levels. It only has 3 health and 4 attack as base stats, which for a tier 5 is quite little, but as we'll see, its ability more than makes up for it. How do you use the turkey? Summoning in Super Auto Pet means two things. One of the things is pets that explicitly say summoning in their ability, like the cricket. When a cricket faints, it will spawn a zombie cricket. This can then be buffed by the turkey, who buffs summons pets. Another way to summon is when you buy pets in the shop on an empty slot. This means not stacking your pets on a pet that is already there, but buying them where there are no pets already. This will also trigger the turkey's ability, giving the new bought pet +3 attack and +1 health. Food that combines well with the turkey are the mushroom and the canned food. The mushroom turns any pet into a faint and summoned pet, because when a pet holds a mushroom, it will spawn a copy of itself with 1/1 stats after fainting. This will then be buffed by the turkey. The mushroom combines especially well with summoned pets, because if the pet faints, it will spawn its summon and a copy of itself, which will then spawn another summon, giving the turkey 2 extra triggers. The can also combines very well with the turkey. Because the turkey can buff pets in the shop, and the can buff pets you haven't bought yet. If you buy a can, your whole shop gets +1 extra attack and health. If you then buy pets with a turkey on board, the ability of the turkey will stack with the can stats, starting you off with 4 attack and 2 health for a level 1 turkey and a level 1 can, going up to the maximum of 50/50. Of course this is the theoretical limit, but dropping down a 30/30 leopard isn't as far off as you might think. Summon friends. I've already talked about the cricket, but the turtle pack has a summon pet on every tier. On tier 2 it has a spider, on tier 3 it has a sheep, on tier 4 it has a deer, on tier 5 it has a rooster, and on tier 6 it has the fly. Except for the fly, all of these pets summon a pet on fainting. The fly summons a pet when a friend faints. It replaces the faint pet with a zombie fly, up to 3 times. All of these pets are capable of triggering the turkey's ability in and outside of battle. If you stack enough of these pets on your team, you get a lot more turkey triggers. Also, when they try to counter you with a big unit and garlic, and it's hard to get through, the turkey's extra attack might give you the edge. Also, summon support works very well with the turkey. If you were already running a horse summon team before you got the turkey, you can combine the turkey and the horse's buffs on your summoned pets, or you can sell the horse for its better version, the turkey. The turkey also combines with the parrot and the tiger. They can either double the turkey's ability or the summoned pet's ability. You need to be very careful to double the right ability. Are you going to double the turkey's ability or one of the summon's abilities? In some cases, when you have a whole lot of summons, doubling the turkey's ability with the parrot or the tiger can be better. But when you have only one turkey and not that many summons, it can be better to buff and double the singular summon instead. If you are already summoning with the turkey, might as well slap a shark or a dog in the back, because they gain stats from fainted and summoned units, respectively. Then there is the whale. The whale swallows up a pet, and when it faints, it will spit out the swallowed up pet. This can be an easy way to gain some extra stats in battle, because when the whale swallows out the pet, the turkey's ability will trigger, giving it extra attack and health. Another way to use the whale and summon archetypes is to double faint pets. For example, If the whale were to swallow a deer, it will immediately spawn a buzz at the start of battle. Then, when the whale faints, it will spawn the deer it swallowed at the beginning of the match. That deer will then gain the turkey stats, faint, and then the buzz will also gain the turkey stats. This way, the turkey's ability triggered 2 extra times. Other miscellaneous kinds of support for the turkey are the swan, the squirrel, the snake, and the wolverine. The swan and the squirrel help you with extra money. Summon archetypes scale a lot when you get extra levels. If you get more turkey levels, you get more stats, and if you get more summon levels, you get more summons, and this way you can exponentially grow the power of your team. With the extra gold from the swan, you can buy more chocolates, more copies, and then achieve these levels easier. The squirrel serves a bit of a similar purpose, but it's a bit less consistent, because it only can discount chocolates and cans. Still, it can be an interesting option to consider. When you have more money, you can also buy more cans for the aforementioned pivot shop strategy. Then there are the snake and the wolverine, who are a very unique form of summon support. Because the snake isn't really summon support, but summon supports the snake instead. The snake's ability triggers when the friend in front of it attacks. If you already have a bunch of summon pets, these summon pets will then give the snake a bunch of extra triggers. So, when you already have a summon team, might as well look for an opportunity to slap a snake on that team. The wolverine is a bit of an odd case. It isn't a very strong pet, but it does synergize well in its own way with the summoned archetype. The wolverine's ability triggers when enough friends get hurt, and then it removes health from the entire opponent's team. When you already have a bunch of little guys spawning from your summoned pets, there's a lot of pets getting hurt, giving the wolverine more triggers. I would be very careful as the wolverine is not very strong, but it can be worth a look at. Or if you're not taking the game very seriously and just want to have fun, might as well slap that wolverine on your summon team. A very important thing that I see going wrong with a lot of newer players is that they immediately stack their turkeys, but it is way better to buy the turkeys separately. This way, they buff each other and you gain more stats. As you can see, with Triple Turkey, the newest turkey has 10-7 stats compared to its 4-5 base stat total. Also, if you keep this in battle, it will be like having a level 3 turkey immediately, by only spending 9 gold instead of double that amount. This can also help you with the pivot strategy, by doubling the turkey stats, but this requires a lot of space. If you then combine the turkeys again, you can free up some space in exchange for losing a bit of his buffing power. Counters to the turkey. These counters are mostly counters to the summon strategy, because using the turkey for stats and pivoting isn't really counterable, because the numbers will speak for themselves, and these numbers can be put on any pet that you put on your team. It doesn't necessarily have to be a summon pet. But if you keep the turkey on your team and you use it for the summoning archetype, these can be some very serious threats. They are knockout abilities, hurt before attack pets, piercing foot, snipers, and the crocodile and the red dragon specifically are very dangerous, because usually you put your turkey at the back of your team to trigger as much summon pets that are in front of the turkey. Then the crocodile and the red dragon snipe your backmost unit, making your turkey disappear and losing out on all those potential buffs it could have given. Be very careful against Unicorn Pack, because you can still protect yourself with mushrooms and melons from the crocodile, but the red dragon's crisp immediately removes that perk and killing your turkey if it doesn't have enough health. The same goes for snipers, but unlike the crocodile, random snipes do need to hit your turkey first, but giving the cobra or the snake, for example, a lot of triggers with your weaker summon pets can be very dangerous. The grizzly bear is also a very dangerous opponent for summoning teams, because every 5 friendly attacks on the grizzly bear's side, it snipes the opponent's team, which could hit your turkey or other pets. And with you having a bunch of weaker summon pets, it is more likely to trigger the Grizzly Bear's ability. But here the stat total is very important. If you have high enough stats with your turkey buffs on your summons, and your initial pets are already high enough stats, and they one-shot the opponent's pets, the Grizzly Bear won't trigger as often as if you were to have weaker pets. And the same goes for the hurt, before attack, and knockout pets. If their stats are high enough that they can trigger multiple times, it will ruin your day. But if your pets and your summons are strong enough so that they don't get to trigger enough times, you will destroy their team instead. For example, if the Blowfish and the Elephant have enough stats and they are both level 2, they will snipe your whole team and you can be dying in an instant. But if they're low level and low stats, your summons will one-shot them and be no problem at all. Also, you need to be very careful of the piercing foot. If you have a bunch of weaker HP summons, the Chili and the Skewer can pick up some free extra kills on your team. Thank you for watching this presentation on Super Auto Pet's probably most annoying pet, the turkey, but it's all very fun to use. Like I said, it is theoretical, but slapping down 50/50s, 30/30s straight out of the shop is very fun, and I would very much encourage you to give it a try. Summoning can be very toxic to face, but if you're the one using it, might as well enjoy the ride. Thank you for watching again. If you liked the video, please like it, leave down a comment which pet you want to see next, and subscribe if you want to see more of these